Hello and welcome back to my channel. Bonsoir et re-bienvenue sur ma chaîne. My name is Muriel and in this video I will be doing a quick little teaser reaction for the upcoming TV adaptation of a part of Fire and Blood, House of the Dragon, also sold as a Game of Thrones prequel, which I guess it kind of is, but not really. I mean, we'll get back to that. I'm doing this really last minute because I just learned that HBO had released a teaser for this. It's coming out next year apparently. I didn't know that either. But so, yes, let's take a look at this and then I'll share my thoughts and feelings about this.
Gods, kings, fire, and blood. Dreams didn't make us kings. Dragons did.
First, I'm going to pull a Daenerys Targaryen here and go, where the feckin' dragons? Yes, I know it's just a teaser, but come on, where the frickin' dragons? Because this, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be an adaptation of the Dance of the Dragons, right? I mean, that's the bit of Targaryen history they're adapting, I think, from Fire and Blood, I mean, from the wider historical world building of A Song of Ice and Fire. It's the Dance of the Dragons. So we're the dragons. I expect dragons in the freaking trailer. So, okay, HBO has decided to do a prequel to Game of Thrones. I have made no secret that have very strong negative feelings about the ending of Game of Thrones. Like a lot of other fans, I'm lukewarm about House of the Dragon. I know it's been in the works for a while now. I didn't realize that it was actually finished, I guess. They finished filming season 1, if it's coming out in 2022, something like that. So I didn't know it was coming out next year already. So House of the Dragon, the Dance of the Dragons from Fire and Blood. I mean, that's the written material. There's also written material in A World of Ice and Fire for that period of Targaryen history. I really liked the Dance of the Dragons in Fire and Blood. If HBO was going to adapt some kind of historical prequel material to A Song of Ice and Fire, then honestly I'm happy they went with the Dance of the Dragons. There's a lot of political intrigue, there's a shit ton of dragons, there are interesting characters involved in that bit of Targaryen history, so there's potential here for good story, an entertaining story. And I'm lukewarm, I guess, because I'm not hyped or particularly excited as such for this, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not climbing on the hate wagon that some people already have just because of what happened with the Game of Thrones. And I mean, I say just because I totally understand the rage, the disappointment, the bitterness, the sadness. But in this case, first of all, D&D are not involved. Thank the freaking gods. So that's already one big hurdle out of the way. It is a completed story. There's completed written material for this TV show to pull from, in any case. And it's a pretty decent chunk of Targaryen history, like I said. So I'm not hyped, I'm not excited, I'm not impatiently waiting for this, but when it does come out, I'm gonna try it. I want to see the trailer first. I mean, that's just a wimpy-ass teaser. I want to see an actual freaking trailer. I want to see some of those dragons. Like, there's not much to comment upon in that teaser, really. You see a fair few Targaryens, and I'm expecting the same level of costume design, set design. I'm expecting the music to be awesome. I hope it's, but I mean, Jawadi who's doing the score. I don't know, is he? I hope so, because then that's, you know, a few potential piano pieces to play in my future. I did recognize a few notes from some of the standard musical themes from A Game of Thrones. I'll give it a try. I want to see the trailer first, but then ultimately, yes, of course, I'm going to check it out. I think the conditions for this being decent enough are better than they were for the ending of Game of Thrones, so we'll see. And you know, on a similar note, I'm not technically speaking super hyped or excited for the Tolkienverse show coming out in 2022 either. And yes, I'm calling it the Tolkienverse show. I know, it's a tiny thing once again, but it pisses me off. Why are people calling this the Lord of the Rings show? It's not going to be the Lord of the Rings. It's going to take place in the second age of the Tolkien Legendarium. It's not the Lord of the Rings. Anyway, mini rant over. So I'm not particularly excited about it because I just don't really know what it's going to be about. I think it's going to be about Numenor, but what in Numenor? There isn't that much narrative written material about the Second Age. You've got the Akhlabeth in the Silmarillion. There are a few stories taking place in Numenor in Unfinished Tales. Maybe there's some relevant stuff in the History of Middle-earth books, which I haven't read, but ultimately there's not much there. So I'm just intrigued more than anything else, really. That still they released a few weeks ago. Okay, it looked bloody amazing. There are talks of Howard Shore perhaps being involved with the music, so that's very encouraging, and of course I'll check it out as well. I'm intrigued about seeing a story set in Numenor, perhaps with the rising of Sauron as the main Middle-earth antagonist, once, Morgoth got his ass kicked. So, sure, I'll give it a go, but I mean, since I don't really know exactly what it's going to be about beyond the broader details, before I get a trailer really fleshing out the main body of the narrative, I'm not going to get my hopes up in any specific way. We'll just see what it's like. I would have preferred an adaptation of the Silmarillion, but I know that's not currently possible, but that would have been my preference, so we'll just see. I'm not excited, but I'm not anti that TV series, and I'm not excited for House of the Dragon, but I'm not hating it out of the bat. Just gonna wait and see, really. So I'll be leaving off here. I hope you found some of my random little thoughts interesting. If you want to exchange about this in the comments down below, you're more than welcome. In the meantime, though, I wish you all a lovely day, evening, or whichever time of day you prefer. Do take good care of yourselves, and I shall see you all reasonably soon in another video. Bye-bye!